wedding as I did the previous live. So I'm getting ready to go for the next level, the wedding ceremony. Before that, I thought of covering some comments. Uh, if you don't meet the financial requirement, will my spouse visa be refused? So you're married to a British citizen, you want to apply for a spouse visa, and if you don't meet the requirement, financial requirement, what will happen? Yes, your application will be refused if you don't meet the financial requirement. So that is the answer to your question. I will try to go live later during the wedding also, if possible. But for now, that is the first question that that's the first question I've answered. I'll take the second one. Is about is the the salary threshold for skilled worker visa changing, increasing to bring dependents. Nothing has been passed in the parliament, nothing has been changed in the immigration rules. And nothing is proposed yet. I know there are some discussions going on around dependents, but nothing has been decided yet. So I cannot comment on that about increasing the salary requirement or the financial requirement to bring dependents on skilled worker visa. So the third question that I will take is your employer is willing to pay you the minimum salary of 21,800, that is for your job code. Uh, and your question is so that is under 26,200. So anyone individuals who are joining, if you have any comments, you can ask them. I will try to answer, but I cannot promise. I'm trying to cover as many comments, questions that are on the comments as much as I can. So instead of doing the shorts, I'm trying to do this. So about the skilled worker visa, if your salary is under 26,200, then I don't think it will meet the requirements. Just meeting the job code minimum salary of 21,800 will not help. For a skilled worker visa, the minimum salary requirement is 26,200, unless there are other things, whatever it is, shortage occupation, new entrant, all those things apply, PhD occupation, and all of that. So if it is a normal occupation without any of those exemptions, then 26,200 is the minimum salary that should be paid. I'll take the next one here. Two students who want to get married to each other. One of them wants to become the dependent of another. Technically speaking, it will not be allowed. So the student who is trying to become a dependent has to complete the course of study. So those rule changes will again come into play. I think that is what you will be caught with the 17th July changes. So yes, if the students get married, they cannot switch inside one of the students cannot switch inside the UK. That individual has to go outside the UK to switch. So just a minute, adjusting my lights here. Oops. Okay, so yeah, so if there are two students, one of them gets married to the other, wants to become the dependent of the other, that person has to go outside the UK and do an entry clearance application unless they have completed the course of study. If they have completed the course of study, they can switch inside UK. Next question I'll take. On a student dependent visa, you want to switch into a skilled worker visa. So the dependents don't have any restrictions. Your question is whether your wife should complete her course of study because she is the main applicant as a student. She that's irrelevant. You are a dependent, you can switch. So any of those switching problems don't apply to you. It applies to the main applicant. The main applicant has to complete the course of study if they want to switch. If you want to switch, you are a dependent, you can switch anytime into a skilled worker visa. So the rules don't affect you. Expiry of your 60 days. So you're talking of cancellation. So the next question is about cancellation of leave to remain in the UK. So it doesn't matter whichever the cancellation is, you are given 60 days for the cancellation period. Earlier it was called as curtailment period. So if the curtailment is issued today, whether it's skilled worker visa, whether it is spouse visa, whatever is curtailed, which is the curtailed term has been changed. Home Office is using cancel. They keep on changing the terms. Now the term is cancellation of your permission to stay or permission to enter. So if they have cancelled permission from today, they will give you 60 days from today, on which date your BRP or your permission is assumed to be ending. So that is how technically it works. Uh, After that, whether you have 30 days more to leave the UK. Up to 30 days, if you leave the UK, it should be fine because that overstay will not impact any other issues. It's not 30 days; it would be 28 days would be the reasonable time. I would say you should leave the UK. Preferably, if you are trying to apply immediately after that curtailment, I know there is a lot of noise in the background. Yeah. So I was talking of curtailment. So try to live within the curtailment end period. That's what my recommendation is. Don't try to use that extra 28 days if you are planning to apply for any further visa immediately after. That's my suggestion. All those 28 days, etc., that's for overstay, what is excluded, and all of that. But preferably try to live within that 60-day period if you are planning to leave the UK or file another application. I'll take the next question. Someone has asked live. What about a visa? Will it be remaining in the shortage occupation list? Till now, it is in the shortage occupation list. I have not heard any changes yet. It may remain, it may not. I don't make decisions. So once it comes, any changes come, yeah, I will update it. So the healthcare visa is still in the shortage occupation as of now. Dependent visa for doctors. I don't understand. Maybe explain your question in detail. Okay. Next one is Arun Kumar. Parents, care workers, and dependents questions. Vigorously. Yeah. So the question is, yeah, skilled worker, care worker visa holders who are entering the UK, they are being questioned rigorously. Yeah, I don't think it is airport specific. You are referring to that Heathrow, they are asking more questions or whatever they are doing investigations, and Manchester or Birmingham are easy. I don't know about that, but I don't think that would be the case because whenever the instructions come, they go to all the immigration officers at the same time. And yes, that is correct. All the care workers are being interviewed rigorously. I heard of from other employers that they are checking their WhatsApp messages and whatnot, and they are asking them hundreds of questions. That is common. No live question. I will take the question from my comments. It is August 2024, and your employer is willing to give you a course starting September 2024. And you are asking, can you apply now for the skilled worker visa? You cannot apply now because we are still in 2023 November. It's almost, yeah, quite a long time. Within 3 months of the start date of work, you can make an application for the skilled worker visa. You cannot make it now. So, within 3 months of the work start date, you can file the skilled worker application. Next question from the comments at any time. So, I think the cars have arrived. I will try to go live from there also, or maybe give a view of the wedding ceremony. It's quite a grand one. Let me see if I can cover one more comment. Okay. Domestic violence in PBS dependent cases. So, whether student visa holders, skilled worker visa holders, anyone other than British or settled persons, wives or husbands or partners, if they are suffering, so you are on a dependent visa of a student visa holder and you have domestic violence issues. You can report it to the police, but there is no way home office. This has been raised many times to home office. We have raised this through Immigration Lawyers Association, but home office has not yet come to grips with this. So you would also have to leave the UK if your main applicant's visa is cancelled, whether it's student visa, skilled worker visa, whatever that is, because you are on the PBS dependent visa category. You don't have the recourse to the domestic violence, ILR, etc. So there is no way for you to get settled. Sorry, that is the law. I have to tell you what the rules are. Next question. Okay, so we have a success information. Arun Kumar says, I'll be joining soon as dependent. My visa is approved. Congratulations, Arun Kumar. Thank you for the comment. This helps very much. And thanks for the info. Yes, my pleasure. I will take the next comment. Questions. Cover, I think everyone has to go now. The car has arrived. Okay, so the question is you are on a skilled worker visa. Your visa has been cancelled. So if you have threat to your life or any type of persecution, can you claim asylum in the UK? You can claim, but you will have to prove. You need evidence. They just don't take your word for it. You have to prove with reasonable amount of evidence. Okay. And now I have to end this live. Thank you very much.